She sounds like she's fucking hyperventilating. Jesus Christ, love. Can you... Can't disassemble it. Okay, hold on. She's got... maybe stuff? God, you need to, like, fucking sit down, love. I don't like that there were zombies upstairs. Hold on. I want that bucket. Give me that. Cannot take it. Okay, I can't take the bucket. What is this? What? Device options. Oh, it's like a radio. It's like a homemade radio. I want to take the cots with me, but I can't. If I take her upstairs, she's going to get worn out. There's guns. Ammo. There's a lot of ammo. Fucking hell. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to mark this place up. I wouldn't usually bother, but I don't want to carry that shit out of here. What is this? Ammo. I don't have a fucking pen again. Are you shitting me? I keep losing a pen. Great. It's a forge for blacksmithing, maybe. I don't love how this basement looks though. And I feel like her hyperventilating is like giving me like a spooky atmosphere. Please don't have zombies up here. And it's fucking nighttime. Which, you know, I can't get back to the car. Right? We're gonna have to probably sleep in here. Only reason why I want to sleep in this room, as much as we've got a corpse in it, is I need her to be able to sleep somewhere where we've got 2 exits that she could get out if I needed her to. Please stop hyperventilating. Just like sit on the ground for a fucking second and stop hyperventilating. I don't love giving her a lot of food because I don't want her to be constantly after it. But it's too dark to run back to the car, and there's going to be a pack of zombies down at the car. But yeah, I reckon that the dude that was walking around in the backyard was probably the zombie that came out of this place. And this might explain why this area had so many, like, zombies in general. Like, she's got good food. Just gonna get her to sleep. She's got a good meal in her. Having multiple exits is smart, and she's freaking about something. Probably because she's laying next to a corpse. Okay. Or I can still hear a zombie. There must be one upstairs. I don't know if you guys can hear it, right? It happens every so often. She's nervous. She's agitated. Look, I don't know. Like, we can't read that. I can't do anything with that. We could clean the floor. We're not cleaning the floor. I can't sharpen anything. I'll see if I can get her to put the stuff into her bag so she's not as weighed down. We'll see if that helps, you know. My God. And leave the tin behind. Leave the tin there. Okay, so she's got a little bit of water. She's hopeless. There's clearly a zombie upstairs that's scaring her. I think she can hear it, and that's what's woken her. I don't want to make her do exercise because we've got to fight a bunch of zombies in the morning to get the car back. And I think she's at the limit for, like, food and stuff. But I can't make her, like... We could unwrap the gift, maybe. We could do that for the moment. See what's in this. Because if it's nothing good, I'll leave it behind. And that might maybe entertain her for a sec. Could you imagine unwrapping somebody else's gift in the apocalypse? Like, it's a bit of a weird situation. No, I don't want you to unpack it. I'm pretty sure to unwrap things, I have to have... I don't know if it's building or crafting. I normally show up here if it's... Calm down, whatever that was. It sounded like a very, very sad little dog. Which is horrifying if they're bringing those in. Let's see, crafting... I thought I used to just open it in here. Also, I fucking hope that torch has a battery. It's not lasting that long. I know I found it once before. It's not on that. Hang on a second. Can I open it? Is that unwanted? No. This will give us some like cognitive noodle work. I know I have seen something in here that said that you could open like a box or something. Tailoring, repair? No, packaging? Maybe? Sort of the opposite direction to what I was looking for. Miscellaneous? No, ripped clothing. At least she seems to be safe in this room. That's all I can say for her. Is at least she's somewhere where she's good. At least until like 4 a.m. If, for fuck's sake, if she needs to leave this room before 4 a.m., we're kind of fucked. Downstairs was weird though. I definitely want to mark up this place because like I'm not using like guns for the most part. I did dabble over Christmas. I had a private offline game with my partner and we dabbled with guns a little bit just to like see what they do and see how bad they are and stuff. And okay. Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't use them. They're very, very heavy. I assume that you can get to a point where your person is super strong and able to like basically like Rambo through most things. Actually, hold on. There was something there. It said I could dismantle for a battery. Is that this? No, that's just dismantle for a watch for parts. I'm guessing there must have been something else that it maybe had it. Also container, you just put stuff in like a bag, drop it on the ground, equip to see contents. Well, I mean, I could probably equip it to see it. It is showing me there if I highlight over it. It looks like it's got like vinegar in it, which I wanted her to drink once. And she won't fucking drink that shit. I don't know why. So I'm just going to leave it here. But yeah, no, I've picked up packages before. And they do kind of act like a container. In that, like, if you leave them as decorations around your house, they will try to, like, it'll count it on the floor as, like, there we go. That's what? Wine. Hold on. We will take that. I don't think I got a thing to pop it. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm like, I problem solved this as I was talking about it. I put packages on the floor before, and I've had it where it wants to store it in it instead of on the floor. That solved it. I could actually, hold on. It needs to be open. Of fucking course it does. I was going to say, I'm like, I could have her drink a bit of wine and then she would be calm and then she could sleep. But we can't open it. So, yeah. Inside it's like on the floor. Yeah, but I fucking hate her putting it into these positions because, like, first off, she'll probably, like, unequip a fucking torch or something. And or I have the issue of getting her to drop stuff sometimes. She won't fucking drop it. It's like a dog with like something that you know they're not supposed to have in their mouth and you want them to drop it but they won't fucking like open their mouth. And they keep giving you those eyes that are like, I know I've got something. Like she does that. Anyway, between having a bad dog character, I don't know. So maybe some kitchen cabinet has the corkscrew. Yeah, there is, except it's dark and there's zombies around the area and I'm not leaving this room for that shit. I saw one in that house and I briefly saw something that could have been it in the kitchen here, but I wasn't paying too much attention. So there could be one here, but I'm not walking out there. I'm just hoping that her torch, as fascinating as this is, she's got like a little bit more time to go. And then I'm just trying to keep her like hunger sedated as best we can. And that way when I run outside and we start screaming to try to attract a zombie up here, we can see. Because I do have to get some zombies up here and I have to try not to run into a zombie to get back to my car. So there is that. But yeah, for the moment, I'm mostly just like giving her food. This is the most food she's going to have for like days. If she could have just been a little less agitated, I would have let her sleep, but her being ridiculously tired is a fucking problem on its own. But man, I feel that. I feel that like I feel that like Moodle thing all the time. Like I totally get it. Like you guys are like, oh, you know, your character's like starving and she's tired and she's like upset, and I'm like, and is that not like the default existence? You know? She's 100% living the life. She's living a life, you know. But as soon as we've got the light out, please don't lose your torch to this. There's definitely a zombie running around upstairs. Can relate, yeah. Okay. I need it to just be a little bit longer, and I realize that she has an alarm on her, which could be a problem. But she's okay for the moment. She's not loving where she is. Obviously, going to sleep in the same room as a zombie has been a problem. Because that and having a zombie above you is a problem, apparently. Okay. Here's hoping that there is nothing on the other side of this door. Okay. Thank goodness. But there is definitely a zombie upstairs somewhere. Like, I'd like it to... I was hoping it might show me. But yeah, there's definitely one roaming around upstairs that's bothering her. Like, it was kind of like lightly bothering me too. And it's about to be foggy. I don't see any zombies down at my car, so let's go. Please knows there's another nearby big panic inducers. Yeah, well that's the thing is I could tell that there was a zombie. Please don't get too foggy, don't get too foggy. But I was hoping that, yeah, it wasn't downstairs, but I also... Oh no, they all went past my car. You know what? Cool beans. I still wasn't going to risk this at night, and I want in before it gets foggy. There we go. Nice. Well, we got the car. We're getting the fuck out of here. Well, don't hit the tree. I got to get Sunday Driver back. Fuck. I forget how fast these fucking cars can move. We'll go this way. I kind of, I was bitching about the Sunday Driver not being fast enough, but I gotta admit the cars were staying in really good condition for a very long time, and I can see a correlation with it, you know? Is it, Zombie Noise is nearby, is it realistically? Yeah, well, oh, yeah. I need Sunday Driver. No, don't re-beep. Don't re-beep the thing. Yeah, no, I could imagine that, like, trying to sleep when you know that there's, like, potentially zombies, like, just above you or in, like, the next room over would be pretty scary because it's, like, when you're asleep, you're kind of, like, pretty out of it, you know? So, like, it depends on how heavy you sleep, too. But could you imagine if you accidentally, like, fell into a deep sleep or you got used to the sound? Like, you should be wanting to wake up. You should be wanting to wake up to the sound as, like, an alert reaction kind of thing, not fall asleep to it. Like, you know, the docile tones of zombies. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there is so many, there's so many YouTube music song things that are like the sound of the apocalypse or the zombie radio or all sorts of stuff. I haven't obviously, like, listened to them myself because I'm like, I don't want to fall asleep to that, you know? But I'm like, I can't imagine a worse thing to condition your brain to sleep to because, like, it's something you should be waking up to probably. Also, this is crapping over the car, but this is fine for a moment. I know, heavy sleeper, so I can't let myself sleep near a zombie. Yeah. Well, that's the other thing too, is if you're, like, properly, like, secure and stuff in your clothes. I know my house is, like, right there, but I'll go up to the end of this and then I'll come in because I haven't looted that place either. And it's very small, but it could have one. I don't know. Nope. Although in this fog, maybe not the best time to check. I gotta admit, I didn't do too many, like, trips out into the actual fog. Is that a mouse or something? Must be droppings. I haven't done too many, like, adventures where, like, I'm walking around out in the fog like this. Like, I don't feel like if I can't see too far ahead, like I'm probably going to walk into a cluster, you know? Calm down, whatever you are. I am almost... Can I get through here? Because, like, I can see that that connects that way, but there is a house right here. I found this place in my very, very first game, and this is where I wanted to have a base because it looked so remote. And then I promptly accidentally burnt it down. So, yeah, I didn't get to have a base. I saw one zombie. God, they really amped up the fucking animal noises. Also, that sounds like that's from Warcraft 3. I've heard it a couple of times, and that's all I can think of whenever I hear that is nighttime in Warcraft 3. I don't see any zombies over here, which is fine. I'm sorry, that's just like... I know it must be like a very either consistent animal sound or a very generic sound that's like, you know, free to use or something, because like I hear it in a few games and I'm like, I'm sure it's like a legitimate realistic animal and stuff, like I don't know what it is specifically, coyote, wolf, whatever, right? And all as I know is whenever I hear it, I'm like, it is nighttime in Warcraft. Fucking Warcraft 3, sorry. I want to leave the hose here. I wanted everything else except for said hose. Realistically, I could leave the metal jerry can in here. But also, I could turn on the stove for a few minutes and cook up a bunch of eggs. That ain't gonna fit. Okay, she's gonna be very heavy for a moment. I know that my house is fine. I'm not too worried about coming and going from my building. She's still tense. She's still so tense. Like, I feel like she needs a sleep, but I don't want to, like, make her sleep because it's morning. I don't know if that's getting better. I know she's extremely overloaded. We'll just have to do the best we can to bring what we can inside. We still found some okay stuff. Like, I found, like, the jerry can thing, which is neat, and I found like a little bit more clothing, which, you know, is neither here nor there realistically, but I feel like still wool should be something useful. I don't know if somebody's dying. I got like the tiniest bit more space. Yeah, no, I feel like it should be useful, but like I haven't needed it yet. But what I have found is when I did try to do some amount of crafting at one point, the one thing that I noticed really, really quickly was that I needed like multiples of most things. It seemed like you only should need like one or a small thing and stuff. So yeah, I don't mind the fact that like if I'm just grabbing them at the moment, I can't carry anything else. I don't think. Was that off? I don't know if I turned my car off. Hang on a second. No, it's turned off. I'm trying to not waste fuel as much as possible. But, fuck knows what the hell I was talking about. It's fine. So, I've got a whole heap of food we can add to... I expect this... If this was real life, I feel like this would collapse at this point. And I know that... Hold on. I don't know if you can put stuff up there if you sit on the ground for a second. You might be able to reach this. I have a table of cans. Because, I don't know, I feel like it's accessible. Are you not able to reach it? Hold on. Okay, she might not be able to reach it. Maybe just stand up fully so you're not, like, exhausted. Or is it a capacity issue? It might be a capacity issue. It could be that particular can of beans. I know you can only put so much stuff on, like, one particular spot. I may have overcapacitated it. I want to keep, like, cans and shit out where I can see them. I also need to move this bleach. Like, I don't have a problem with potentially putting it in a cupboard and stuff. I just can't put shit down. Hold on. Alright, well, fine. We'll throw it in a thing for the moment, if that's the case. Because I don't know why she's not able to put it on a bench. It could just be, at the moment, it could just be something that's happening that she's not able to do it. She could be too tired. I also want to know, do I have a... I've got a bottle opener, but I'm pretty sure I stole a corkscrew from somewhere. Because we could use that later. Let's see if I brought a corkscrew home. Because I'm pretty sure I took one out of interest of just being able to potentially corkscrew a zombie for shits and giggles. No, that's all closed and stuff. What about the other area? I also should probably keep her bat out because that way I don't accidentally put it away. Did I put a corkscrew in here? I have a lot of welding stuff. I kind of feel like I'm going to get to a point where I can do stuff with welding. I don't see it, although I do have some tools over here, I do notice. So that's fine. I've got like household stuff. It's all like a big foggy day, so, you know, I'll probably maybe end up putting those in a cabinet or something. I just, for a while, because when we got to winter last time round, I was kind of, we were running out of food really quickly. And it got to a point where I sort of needed to see what food we had left. And I just kind of like started storing them out on top of like benches and stuff. And it made it a little bit easier to visualize like how many meals we had and stuff. I can't imagine that probably being a very good thing to do in an apocalypse. But I do think in like a scenario where you've only got like X number of food, it's probably not a bad thing to do. We also need to get you a new water bottle. Let's grab that before we spend too much time putting stuff away. Because that way you've got water. I had a wine carton. I forgot I had a wine carton. We could have had the wine and then she would have had the rest of the night's sleep. Missed opportunities. Where was I putting the wine? Was it this box? Maybe. I do have like some food in here, so I do like the fact that you can now kind of like go up to a box and say if it's already got the item in it and it's got space, they'll just automatically put it in it. So I can kind of just go through my inventory and just be like, if I've got it, put it in it kind of thing. Although there's a little shelf up here. I kind of want to put like cake mixes and shit. I don't know why, but just like particulars, perhaps. I just feel like putting it up there. And I feel like I'd like to make it eat like the nacho cheese, but we'll have to wait with that for the moment. I don't know what it is, but Project Zomboid has nacho cheese. And Australia used to have nacho cheese at some point, like a dip. And then they stopped fucking having it. I can't find it. And I'm like, it's not like I really ate it much anyway. But like, now that I can't fucking find it, I would like to be able to like purchase it and like at least like taste it and remember if it was good or bad, you know? And I can't fucking find it anywhere. And I'm like, I don't want to buy it in like a can size version because I'm like, I feel like that's just a little bit too much kind of thing. Are these full? They're not full. I keep asking her to put stuff in and she's not putting it away. Oh, maybe it can't fit all of it in there. That's fine if that's the case. Okay, we might have 2 full containers of clothing and or protective gear by the look of it. We can't fit any more pants in there. And I do have a shit ton of tools. Can we just drop that into... That's not... I don't really consider these to be tools, but okay. I also have a piece of firewood, which... Yay team, I guess. We got gardening stuff, which I don't need at the moment. I've got cooking stuff in here, which I don't need to put away. Have I got more tools? Like, I'm specifically trying to get shit out of my inventory at the moment. Like, these have got tools and also clothing too. So, like, we got like a, not that box, maybe that box. We found like a fireplace poker, which I never really like use that. I assumed that I can maybe actually use it with a fireplace in some capacity, but I haven't tested the theory. I think I got one once and then I think I broke it on a zombie and I never got a chance to actually like use it. I also do think that like a fire poker would be like a relatively okay weapon in the apocalypse. Like anybody that's actually had a fireplace and had one of these things, if you've got like a solid one, they're actually like not that bad. I don't feel like steel wool feels more like a material than anything, but you know, I feel like that's also splitting hairs. That's a car part thing. Lug wrench has got to come with me. We've got to go put that in a different box for car stuff. And I've got a lot of like fireplace related stuff now, which, oh, I've got an empty box, which I'll come back to that. Fireplace pokers are definitely pretty solid. Yeah. The other thing was like, I know the fireplace pokers that like I grew up with and stuff, like the only problem we had with them was that the handle part that we'd put our hand on to be able to use the poker, it did come loose after like 10 or so years or whatever. So I assumed that they're not like perfectly solidly welded and shit. And that could be a problem where you could probably like launch it into a zombie with like the hook or the stabby end or whatever, right? And it could potentially get lodged and then the handle could come off. I could see that being like a bit of a fuck over. But like, again, it also depends on what kind of one you're using, I assume. I think I've also got I've got books to put away too. I also have like a couple of whetstones. So the cool thing about these is I know I can sit down beside a cupboard or whatever, crate, there's a word, and I can just sharpen whatever I've got in that particular box, which is neat. I also do have VHSs in here too. So let's get these out of here. I saw that that wasn't going to go into the pile. How are we going for inventory stuff? I still have like an adhesive. Honestly, I should put that in here. I've got like a little medical bum bag, basically. Unintentional. I'm supposed to have granola bars in there. But anyway, I've somehow like acquired that. Also, one of these wrenches are not like the others and it needs to get the fuck out of that inventory, mate. Put it in your inventory. And then I've got just a little bit more shit to go, which I've got to find places for. Most of this is clothing. I guess I could put like another container of clothing up. And I have a heavy duty torch, which I think I have too. But I recall those being really good when you want to go for like a walk adventure. Even though like the smaller light is lighter, and the pen lights are much lighter, although I do find that pen lights, I don't know if you guys get this, but even if they've got a battery in them, they sometimes just stop being usable. Also, the pen part of it wears out too. And I have a fucking pen again. Give me this. There's no way I didn't have that. I want to mark up that there is ammunition in here. Is there like a blood splot or something that I could maybe also add? Because it's just like terrifying in there. Probably an exclamation mark. There we go. And probably also need a zombie mark maybe. I feel like the unhappy one might be good zombie. Also I want to mark up where the fishing spot is too. Yeah, I think we're gonna need the maybe I feel like that's not going to alert me to there being a zombie here somehow. But I also don't want to use that because I've used that for like dead. Maybe we use this. I'll do it. We'll put it as like part of it so we know that it's like joined to it. I feel like I wish I could make these smaller. There we go. That'll do. That communicates that there's like something alarming, ammunition, possibly a zombie or death in that location. That's none of the things I usually use. And where was that jetty? Is it there? It has to be there because I don't think I went up close to the thing anywhere else. So there was a really good fishing spot. I saw a fish symbol. Fish. There we go. Okay, fish symbol has been acquired. Edit marker after you place, you can make it smaller. Okay, I did not know that because like previously I was using like notes and stuff because honestly it was just more efficient than trying to cover a place in like stuff. Well, I have got an eraser. I've got an eraser in here specifically. I was keeping a pencil and or like a pen and an eraser and stuff on me, but like I kept kind of putting it away. Unintentionally so. And yeah, I know that I can like mark up so that I don't accidentally keep putting stuff away, but I kind of kept doing it. And I've got like a couple of things now that are like properly marked up, but yeah. I don't know why, but I just don't keep like the pen and pencil on me and stuff. I don't really mark up the map much anymore. And I don't know if that's like because I often don't have a pencil or a pen or whatever, or if it is just because like I don't mark up the map in general. I'm not sure which it is. I've got... What the fuck is a gaff hook? Hold on a second. I need to do a search on this. I want to know what the fuck a gaff hook is. Hold on. I don't usually need to know this badly what the hell. It's a fishing, heavy duty fishing hook. What? Okay, yeah, alright. I don't know what to do with that information. I'm just like, fucking... I mean, it says fishing, but like, I have no clue what that is. Like, I've done fishing and we don't use that. Like, you fucking shove your hands in the fish to pick it out of the water, or alternatively, you just lift it out and hope your rod doesn't fucking break. That's how fishing works. Or maybe you might be smart enough to take a net with you. There's, I guess, 3 options, but hooking the fish out of the water, that's just ludicrous bullshit. Anyway, I've still got like a couple lids. I've got like boxes of jars, which I should put in the kitchen, but I kind of want to see if I could just put that on top of there, because I think that's kind of decorative shit. And we've got jar lids, which I don't think I have a real specific spot. I think this is like just a miscellaneous box at this point.